I think I'm gonna have a lot to write about. You know, there's a lot of crazy shit happening in the world. What's up? This is Pat from Movements, and you're watching Forever Loud.
Welcome, Pat. Thanks for taking the time to chat to us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Let's just start with the very recent thing. So you're obviously over in Europe, did a small run.
Yeah.
Any memorable moments from that?
Oh, plenty. Every single show on this run has been incredible, honestly. And that's sort of becoming like a trend, I think, for our band, which is really cool, where not a single show we play is like a stinker. Like, they're all fun, they're all cool, they're all like, you know, the crowds are going crazy or whatever, and we're seeing significant growth everywhere that we've been and are returning to, you know, places like, we played in Milan on this tour, and we hadn't played Milan in like 7 years. And the first time we played there was 40 people, literally 40 people in like a weird garage. And now we went back to Milan for the first time since then, expecting it to be shitty again. And it was fucking awesome. There was like 300 kids in like this little club that we played. And
the Italians are crazy as well.
Dude, they were popping off. It was sick. It was so sick. They had a great time. We had a great time. Yeah, every show's been awesome. And I guess like I'm rambling, but memorable moments. Every single show's been memorable. And also, you ever been to Zurich?
Yeah.
Zurich is sick.
It's a lovely city.
It's so fucking cool. That was our first time ever being to Switzerland, other than just like driving through Switzerland. But yeah, we played in Zurich, explored Zurich for a day. It was gorgeous. People were super nice. Yeah, it was great.
Amazing. So when are we in the UK getting like a bit of a longer run then, so we
tour,
can see the shows, you know?
Unfortunately, probably not for a while.
Oh no.
I know, yeah. After this tour is over, which is tomorrow at the, after Slam Dunk North, we are taking a little bit of time off. We're gonna, we've been nonstop for like the last 2 years since Ruckus came out, our most recent record. We have just been going nonstop. And it's been incredible, but I think we're ready to kind of like take a breather, and then also we're gonna spend the next like 6 months or so writing a new record. Gonna go in and record that early next year, and see what happens from it all. So yeah, new album cycle is on the way, and hopefully sometime next year, maybe next spring, we could do a full proper UK headliner. We've tossed around the idea. We just did a big US headliner with Citizen. And they are some of our best friends, one of our favorite bands. And we've tossed around the idea of maybe doing a big co-headliner or something out here with Citizen. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So we'll see.
That sounds like an idea.
Yeah.
Speaking of your last album and the new album, you had an inspiration playlist on Spotify for Ruckus. So is there another inspiration playlist for the new stuff as well?
I'm certain there will be. We don't know what the new album is going to sound like. We have no idea.
Completely fresh.
We're gonna go in, we haven't even really started writing. We're gonna go in, like I said, like once we're home and just kind of see what comes naturally, and I guess be inspired by whatever it is that we feel inspired by at the time. I think the original inspiration playlist was mostly just stuff that we were listening to in those moments when we were in the studio trying to like gain inspiration from stuff, and like, those were the bands that we were kind of rocking with. And so yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm sure there will be another one though.
And you've been always really great with really writing from a personal spot as well, but also just talking about some current topics. So do you think that's definitely something you're going to bring into the new songs as well?
Absolutely. I mean, I write everything as honestly as I can, and as I try to be as real about shit as I can, just with stuff that's going on in my life, things that are going on around me, and that sort of thing. And I definitely think that there's going to be a significant amount of, I think I'm gonna have a lot to write about. There's a lot of crazy shit happening in the world, in my life. It's been a very interesting year or so, but yeah, I think it'll be cool.
Is it, if you really write from such a personal spot, is it ever difficult to get it out? Do you ever feel like it's hard to put it on paper and put it into words? Yeah,
it can be. It really can be. It's, obviously it depends on the topic, but there are a lot of times where I have to really decide what it is that I want to say, how much I want to say, if I want to talk about certain issues or certain things, or if I would rather, maybe keep them more private, more personal, and that sort of thing. And I guess ultimately, being vulnerable is a huge reason why people love our band is because it is so raw and so like open about that sort of stuff. But yeah, it can be a challenge sometimes.
Vulnerability is definitely such a strong thing that connects, fans and musicians.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had many moments where people came up to you after shows and really shared some of those personal stories with you
Yeah.
that your music inspired. I don't know, is there like one or two scenarios that come to your mind where you're like, wow, this is crazy?
We hear stories all the time. People who come up to us and are like, oh, like, your music has saved my life, or I was going through something really tragic, and your music helped me get through it. That sort of sentiment. And so it's hard to put my finger on one or two instances in which I've really felt super like. I don't know. It happens so often, you know what I mean? And that's not a bad thing by
That's
any
a really
means.
good thing.
It's a great thing, and I'm so thankful to everybody who has listened to our music and has found solace and comfort in our music. I mean, that's an incredible thing. We're really grateful to have fans who not only care about the music as songs, as a collection of whatever, but also are able to apply it to their lives, and make it something that feels like we're more than just like a band, we understand, like we hear you, we see you, and we've been there. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, like that's a huge thing. So
Yeah, that's a really amazing thing.
yeah, we're really stoked about it all. It's fucking cool.
And if someone came across you for the first time, what two songs would you say they should start with to really get an idea of you guys?
I would say at this point right now, I would say our newest song, Where I Lay. To me, Where I Lay is the perfect culmination of everything we've ever done as a band, because we have 3 full-length records out, and each of those full-length records sounds pretty distinctly different from one another, especially our most recent record, Ruckus. It is the most different thing we've ever done. So having a song like Where I Lay, in my opinion, brings the 3 of those sounds all together into one and sort of perfectly showcases what Movements is and what we have done. And then obviously, the other one I would recommend is our most popular song, Daylily.
Nothing can storm you out of pink cloud summer, 'cause you've gone too long with.
It's the one that everybody knows. If you have listened to our band before, you've almost certainly listened to that song. So I think those two are like really good representations of what we are and what we do, and where we want to continue to grow and push.
Amazing. And yeah, speaking of who you guys are, let's do a few fun questions at the end.
Let's do
The
it.
first one, how would you describe the other people in the band if they were a cocktail or a drink?
Oh my God. Our bass player, Austin, is an old fashioned. He's a whiskey guy. I feel like that would be him for sure. Our guitar player, Ira, is just he's like a really solid beer.
Solid beer,
a really
like a
solid,
dark beer, like a strong
yeah,
beer.
like a Guinness.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
just
Good
like
stout.
yeah, just really strong and confident. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
Guinness. And then Spencer is Spencer's our drummer, and he's just fun and wacky and he's just such a funny guy. What's maybe a daiquiri?
A daiquiri.
Yeah.
Strawberry daiquiri.
Yeah, he's just fun, he's a fun dude. Yeah, that sounds like Spence. And I don't know what I would recommend or what I would consider myself as. Maybe a sparkling water.
Sparkling water.
Yeah, boring and plain.
Elderflower in or something,
No,
a bit of an edge.
Just
no?
plain.
Just plain
Yeah,
water.
Just normal water.
Humble.
Just a guy.
Very humble. And as another one, maybe, who's the airport dad in the in the band?
Ira.
Always early, always prepared.
It is Ira, 100%. He is our business guy. He is the band dad. He makes our band function. If it weren't for him,
Amazing.
I don't know.
You need them.
I don't know what we would do. He handles everything.
He makes you show up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Love that. Just as one final question, if you imagine it, double wing doors, you push them open, entrance song. What's your entrance song?
Oh my God. Back in Black.
Sick.
I don't know.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.
I appreciate you for having me.
Have a
Thank you
great
very much.
time.
Thank you.